Medical and dental records, along with sample prescription drugs used to make meth, sold at public auction. Tonight, we're on your side and we're getting answers. ABC 6 investigator Tom Susi shows you how this happened, who's to blame, and what's being done about it.
Tell me if this number means anything to you. 273-1.
Yeah.
What is it?
Larry's social security number.
Does it bother you that I have it?
Yeah.
Are you wondering why I have it?
Mm-hmm.
This family's private information turned up in a very public place.
130.
An auction.
$50, thank you.
Boxes stuffed with thousands of patients' medical and dental records auctioned off at public storage here on Westerville Road.
This is really sad.
Linda Brown picked up the unit for a mere $10. Were you surprised when you saw this?
Yeah.
It's the sort of information you don't want to fall into the wrong hands. Names, addresses, phone numbers, birth dates, social security numbers. We also came across x-rays, pictures, and billing statements showing exactly what these patients were treated for.
I'm shocked.
So are former patients like Jennifer Allery. What's the most troubling part of all this?
That anybody could have taken this and ran with it and lost all of my identity.
This makes you not want to go to the doctor.
When Linda Brown discovered she was sitting on a potential identity theft time bomb, she called both Public Storage and ABC 6 on your side.
There should be a law against this.
There are. More on that later in this investigation.
Hi.
The woman who manages this public storage facility says she didn't have the authority to talk with me, suggesting I call its corporate headquarters in California.
Meet me at the office and I'll give you that number.
I called that number more than once with no response.
$10 one time.
It didn't take long to learn, though, where these boxes of records came from. Westerville orthodontist Dr. David Ray and his wife, internist Dr. Sherry Ray. My calls and emails to them, not returned. I caught up with Dr. Ray outside his office. Dr. Ray, Tom Susi, ABC 6 on your side? First, he denied everything. You had a unit there. It was auctioned off.
Yeah.
Why was it auctioned off? You
You
didn't pay the bills?
Well, I don't know anything about this.
He then became agitated. Sir, don't go grab the microphone. Please just
don't
explain
take
to me. Sir, don't do this. Sir, don't do this. It's not becoming. Finally, he fessed up.
It was something that our person did not take care of it.
He admitted these records belonged to him and his wife and were stored here for several years. He says his office failed to pay the bill at Public Storage. As a result, his unit was auctioned off.
The unit was not meant to be auctioned off. It was a mistake.
A mistake not just with patients' records, but drugs.
But there's any pain pills in there.
Boxes of sample prescription drugs were also stored here, including this one used to make crystal meth. Using our samples, the Columbus Police Department's narcotics unit showed us how to make this devastating illegal drug.
This should give us good product.
This undercover agent tells me these sort of drugs must be better safeguarded.
What it does is circumvents the law. Right now, the way the law is, you have to show an ID and the Sudafed. Anything with pseudoephedrine in it is kept behind the counter. That's done that way to limit its availability.
The Ohio State Board of Pharmacy isn't real happy about it either. They say there's laws regulating how prescription drug samples are discarded and stored, like the ones auctioned off. The board tells me it's investigating. We also contacted both the Ohio State Dental and Medical Boards. Both say there are strict state and federal laws when it comes to protecting patients' records. State Dental Board Executive Director Lily Reitz.
That's very concerning because the dentist's legal and ethical responsibility is to keep this information confidential for the benefit of the patient, and that's the oath that he takes.
Jamie Miller's husband is one of Dr. Sherry Ray's former patients. She says Dr. Ray and her husband must be held accountable.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You expect your doctors to take care of you and protect you.
What kind of business is this?
I'm done.
Oh, but I'm just getting my feet wet, sir, before you meet this wishy-washy swimming pool builder. First, say hello to Michelle Duffy.
Pathetic.
With a capital P. Michelle paid Dan Davis $9,800 up front to build a swimming pool like this one.
We went to buy the pool, more or less for health reasons, for exercise. My husband's in really bad health.
So is this transaction. Michelle signed this contract with Davis September 9th of last year. To date, he's built part of this deck. That's it. And Michelle says her son helped do some of the work.
They used his tools.
Here we are standing in the middle of a sand pit that's supposed to be your swimming pool. Mark Rowley paid Davis $1,500 down last March to build him a pool. Here's what he's got for his money, a pile of boards. Mark forked over another $2,000 to other companies to dig the hole and do some plumbing.
I kept believing a pool was coming.
We just had him come out to the house.
So did Mark's sister, Mary Marsh. She paid Davis $4,600 down last March and got nothing in return. On top of that, Mary paid $1,000 to another company to dig this hole. So you got this nice big hole in your backyard. What are you going to do with it?
We're going to fill it back in.
Now back to the center of this mess. What are you doing here?
I'm building a pool.
Really? Mark Rowley never got his pool. Mary Marsh never got her pool. And Michelle Duffy has waited nearly a year for her pool. Yet, here's good old Dan Davis working on another pool. When did you start this one? This looks pretty fresh.
This has nothing to do with those.
Oh, it does to me. When did you start doing this one?
This has nothing to do with them.
Why do this when you haven't built Michelle's and she gave you $10,000 for last September? Does that make sense to you?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Explain.
I can't.
Why not?
Say goodbye, Tom.
No, tell me why you can't explain yourself. Davis blames the weather for not finishing Michelle's pool on time.
We could not get their pool done because of the mud in the backyard for a long, long time, a long spring.
As for Mark and Mary, Davis tells me he had trouble getting wood to build their pools.
After we did get the wood, they didn't want the pool anymore. They called me off.
They didn't want to deal with you, sir.
Well, that's...
And I can't blame them.
That's their prerogative.
Here's where the waters really get murky. These contracts Mark and Mary signed are with Davis and CLIC Inc.
It was Chrissy Linzer out of Lime, Ohio.
I checked. It's actually Chrissy Lynn's Intimate Collections, a lingerie shop his wife ran out of this building before going belly up.
They were going to build pools there, too, in the back.
But they didn't.
Never got a chance to.
Then there's this deal Davis signed with Michelle Duffy. The contract reads Sunburst Pools, Inc. in Pataskala. I stopped by.
Don't fire nothing up yet.
Owner Joe Wagner says he's working with Davis on some projects, but tells me Davis is not employed by Sunburst Pools. In fact, Wagner says he wasn't aware of this contract until just a few weeks ago. He says Michelle's pool will be installed by the end of the month. What kind of business is this?
I'm done.
Well, you are done. You are done. How lame is Dan Davis?
On a scale of 1 to 10, he's absolutely a 10.
Pathetic.
Oh, so lame.
Time to pull the plug on this pool guy. Dan Davis.
I'm sorry about that.
You're in the ABC 6 on your side Hall of Lame.
All right. Well, the igniter's bad. It needs to be replaced.
The igniter is bad?
It's a pressure switch.
These two furnace techs are trying to pressure this homeowner out of her money.
How much is that?
$125. I'll just be the $50 and then probably just $50 for the part.
Go on back out.
Is he coming?
What they don't know is this widowed senior is working with us.
I just put the big dog in the garage.
It's okay.
We're watching them on hidden cameras.
You want me to turn this thing back on?
And the furnace, they say, is broken. There it goes. It was inspected by an HVAC expert with more than 30 years' experience. These days, Richard Wirtz teaches his trade at a local college. In his opinion, our furnace runs just fine.
We checked the operation of the system, and everything seems to be looking pretty good.
We made appointments with 6 furnace techs in Central Ohio, from major players in town to one-man bands we found on Craigslist.
What do you have going on here?
I have no heat. I have fan, but no heat.
No heat? Okay.
That's because we disconnected this wire to the ignition module.
You won't get any spark, and you won't get any burners, so you'll be in a no heat situation.
Wirtz tells me any furnace tech worth their salt should be able to figure it out. Comfort Pros, Heartland Heating and Cooling, and Northland ProTech all figured it out.
Disconnected wire.
All three companies finished their inspections and only charged us for service calls.
I'm not going to charge you to go click.
I'm pretty sure she's got a bad pressure switch, just kind of wanted a second opinion from you.
Matt runs Airman Heating and Air. For more than 40 minutes, he looked over our furnace. In the end, he scratched his head.
I'm worried that the circuit board might be bad. But I would like to start with the pressure switch first because it's much cheaper. If that's not what fixes it, then if I cannot fix it, I won't charge you for the part or anything. Okay.
Pressure switch. The igniter's bad.
Unlike these two guys, Matt wasn't trying to cheat our homeowner. He simply didn't see the disconnected wire. Let me show you something. You mind?
Yes.
Take this panel off. Can you fasten that wire there?
Ah, you guys are killing me.
What happened?
You guys are killing me.
Matt tells me he usually checks the ignition module, but not on this day. How long have you been doing this?
4 or 5 years.
How could you miss something so simple?
Just happens.
The misdiagnosis cost our homeowner $90 for a service call. Now, back to these crooked Craigslist contractors. Matt locates the disconnected wire, connects it, and the furnace fires up. It's fine, but that's not what he tells this homeowner.
The igniter's bad. It needs to be replaced.
The igniter is bad.
Electronic igniter, yeah.
How much is that?
The 125.
We showed Richard Wirtz our hidden camera video.
If the igniter was bad, the burners wouldn't come on and it would lock out.
How you doing? Pretty good, are you? Good. Tom Susie, ABC 6 on your side? Why are you trying to sell her something she doesn't need?
I'm not.
You went back in there and said she needs an igniter, and it's $125.
Exactly. Yeah, I did.
Why'd you tell her that?
I didn't notice this yet.
No, you did notice it. Matt claims he told the homeowner she needed an igniter before he noticed this wire was disconnected. Our hidden cameras prove otherwise. You recognize him? Who is it?
That's me.
That's you. This tech quickly changed his tune. What's wrong with her furnace?
There's absolutely nothing wrong.
There must have been something wrong with our money, though, because he split without collecting his $50 service call.
I don't need $50, man.
Ray pounds away at our furnace until finally he sees it. He connects the wire. The furnace ignites. Now listen to what he tells the homeowner.
This is a pressure switch.
Okay.
Just be the $50 and then probably just $50 for the part.
Our expert says if the pressure switch was bad, the burners wouldn't light up. Tom Susie, ABC 6. How you doing?
Good.
So what's wrong with the furnace?
Pressure switch is going bad.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
I tell him this furnace recently passed a rigorous inspection. I also tell him our hidden cameras tracked his every move. Why try to sell her something she doesn't need?
It was just stupid on my part. Normally we don't do that.
You ever tried selling customers something they don't need?
No.
This is your first time?
I'm just a little low on cash.
So you decided to take it from her?
Not a lot of work right now.
There's going to be less when people see this.
Yeah.
We paid Ray his $50 service call and he hit the road.
I think it proves that we still got some good technicians out there and they're straight above board, and that's the way they should be. So the ones that are on the other side of the coin, you need to look at every job like there's cameras everywhere around.